watching the Kate Fox Show. I am Kate Fox, and I am sitting here today with Jen Elyse Feldy.
Hello.
And Jen, you are a multifaceted young woman. Yeah,
Giving you all my angles.
You are. I like that. You do, and you have a lot of angles.
A cat.
You are a nutritionist. You are a fitness counselor.
Fitness trainer.
Counselor. Excuse me. You are an actress. Makeup artist.
Yep.
I know I'm forgetting something else that was in my head to say. A
cosmetologist, Reiki. Oh, I'm a reverend too.
You're a reverend too?
Yeah, recently. That's a new one to me. I'm a reverend in the order of Melchizedek, so I can marry you and divorce you and marry you again.
Wow. Okay, now you just sidetracked me because I have to know why. How'd you come to that?
How did I come to that? Well, I've had a lot of people. I look kind of young for my age, and I've had a lot of people come to me outside of the nutrition business asking them to help with love lives and relationships and a lot of lonely people, and I've kind of been there myself at times, and I do have a lot of life coachy tips, so it kind of fits into the whole life coaching. But for nutrition, the thing is with nutrition, a lot of people can't stick to their diet because they're lonely. It's a common theme. So if I can address interpersonal relationships as a reverend or as myself, the titles really don't mean much to me, but they do mean something to the public.
Of course.
And
they mean something in general.
I heard you can be ordained and your energy changes and all this hoopla and nonsense. So I said, let's give it a whirl. That's kind of my attitude and everything. Let's try it. Let's become a Reiki master. Let's become a reverend. Sure. So I tried it. And I'm a reverend now.
So have you married anyone?
No, it's only been a month. Not even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a month, pretty much.
Wow.
I got a boyfriend basically that morning, and then I became a reverend, so perfect. And we're both against marriage, so we won't be using my services. But, what is happening right now?
Why are you against marriage?
The contracts.
Oh.
I like the idea that someone can walk out. I like that they're here because they want to be here and not because my wife said I got to be home for dinner at 7:00 tonight. I want, yeah.
So you're there
that's
because you choose to be,
that's
and not because you're, say, at some point legally obligated.
Right, exactly.
So it's still a partnership or a commitment.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't have New York State or whatever state going,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, all I got is my word and I don't have balls, and I don't break them for nobody. So, the word and the verbal contract is very important. I'm very...
Agreed. That is
the papers,
important.
I just don't want the government involved in my life more than it has to be. That's kind of it. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And,
to
well,
me.
Well, you're kind of hippy dippy. Just talking to you, you're a little. And
Free spirit.
I use that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's really a better term.
Yeah. Maybe an anarchist.
But you.
Hippy dippy, anarchist, free spirit, anti-establishment, free thinker, critical thinker. Yeah.
She's an anarchist. I just know it. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
No sorry.
So, and I guess being a free spirit, that's why you do so many different things.
Right. It's a big part. But also I started in fitness training, mostly fat loss and weight loss. And then each person would have a specific ailment, maybe depression or multiple sclerosis or cancer or acne. I love how I'm putting acne in the same boat as cancer. But it is holistic.
Well, it's an affliction.
And then I it's, with the whole nutrition, naturopaths being kind of attacked right now, that's part of the reason why I added hair and makeup. But it was kind of frustrating that I can only help your body and your mind. Let's help makeup. Let's help that too. Let's just help you feel good as a total person. So it's a whole thing.
So now, okay.
Inside and outside.
So if I came to you and I said, okay, I need to get healthy.
Right.
I'm miserable.
Okay.
I have this pimple here. I'm just...
Right, sure.
So would you help me fix from the inside and then all of a sudden, here, let's do a makeover?
If you wanted the makeup part, I'm very laissez-faire. So if you said pimple and you feel tired or depressed, that's the main thing. Yeah, and I would assess your diet. That's mostly it. That's the first thing. I assess the diet, and basically, in simple words, see what's missing, and see what needs to be gotten rid of. So it's basically adding and deleting. That's simply put. So what needs to be added, what needs to be deleted from your current status quo. So I analyze it kind of like a detective. So I see the diet, oh, she has no enzymes, she has no greens, she has no raw food. Okay, well there we go. Like just enzymes alone, if I notice that, kind of like a little detector, that can change your whole mindset and outlook on life. A diet without enzymes a lot of times can make us feel very, very tired. So that's why I look at the diet first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, okay, so someone comes to you, so we're doing the nutrition and fitness now. Someone comes to you and they want a consultation, say. You have them sit down, give you
analysis
a list of
forms. So I have a whole analysis questionnaire, and I'm also a trained psychic. Not that that means anything. I doubt everything
I'm
that
out.
I do. Right. So I've actually been right every single time if someone's a binge eater or not, because I need to know that. I need to know if you have problems regulating yourself and if this is an addiction. I'll be teaching a class at an addiction center next month because addiction and overeating.
Well, it is an addiction.
It's your opiate receptors. That's part of it. It's addiction to dopamine, serotonin. So yeah, I need to know if someone has an addiction. I've been right every single time. That's just an intuitive thing. But you have to feel into it. You can't just say, okay, I see you're eating bread. Let's not eat bread. It's so much deeper than that.
Right. It's not just punching numbers or taking a chart, and it's getting a feel for the whole person, what they're about, what they're lacking, and trying to
tuning into their organs. Okay, you have no greens. Maybe we should clean your liver. Maybe we need to clean your blood. Okay, you have no natural, maybe antivirals, antifungals, antibacterials, because fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds and herbs and fungus, if you just eat that every day, you're getting doses every day of natural antibacterials, antifungals, you're going to get sick less. So if someone's getting sick a lot, and let's say they need to take antibiotics once a year, which is too much, it damages your system, I can tune in and say, okay, well, let's get this in every day. Let's prevent this. So, yeah.
That's a whole lot there.
It's a lot. It's very complex. Yeah.
And well, clearly you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you would not have all of those different levels to deal with.
Oh, it's not for the money. I don't do this for the money, trust me. Yeah. But if I can have someone come in, like I had a client right out of the mental hospital, suicidal, depressed, wanted to lose 20 pounds. We did one phone conversation. I don't believe we've ever met. And he lost 20 pounds. Part of it was I said to volunteer with animals. Maybe if you have a trouble connecting with humans have their issues, volunteer with animals. That was part of it. That's one thing he did. So we addressed all of it. I told him to get off of these processed shakes. He was doing 2 times a day. His meal replacement. Great advertising on the meal replacement. I've tried them myself. I'm not going to say the company. So let's try real food. Real food with real conductive energy, with the interstitial tissue, with the cellulose intact, not broken down, not heated, not turned into some Franken food. Real food from nature, or God, or whatever you believe in. But we are natural beings. Perhaps we should eat natural food and not things made in factories. Maybe.
There's a lot of things made in factories, including, I think, disease.
Yeah, right. There's a theory on that. Like what, the AIDS that was manufactured, there's theories on that.
I think besides that, I think a lot of the things, cancer, I think while it's not made in a factory, I think it's derived from a lot of products that are.
Yeah.
So, in that respect, a lot of the things we're suffering from now that we weren't, say, 30 years ago, or that our grandparents weren't.
Yeah.
That's because these things didn't exist. They weren't made yet.
Yeah,
and I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
So, in tying with what you're saying, why not be natural? Because people way back when they were going to the garden in the backyard and, cooking a steak on a skillet and not microwaving it or whatever, they weren't getting sick.
Right, definitely. And in the summer, I'm a whole different person. I have a garden at my new house. I'm basically eating 50% off my garden. I did this last year for the first time, dropped like 7 pounds. My whole cognizance was different, my mentality. And then as soon as I couldn't eat off my garden, I became lower in mood, my creativity dropped down, my weight started going up. So eating off that garden, that fresh food, they say it's maybe high vibration, higher megahertz, all different theories.
It depends on what you believe.
Yeah, it's a lot of controversy, so every time I say something, it's like supposedly, because there's so much controversial research, and I research all of it. So everything is supposedly, and you have to have doubt. The moment you remove doubt, you become an idiot. So I doubt everything that I say. When will we know? When will we know? I don't know.
I like you become an idiot.
Yeah, I doubt me. I tell all my clients, please doubt everything I say, please, because health is always changing.
Yes, it is.
And there's a lot of diets that work that are conflict each other. Like you can do keto and you can do raw food vegan. They both are basically opposite, but they both can work.
Right. Well, there's so many diets, and there's so many, and a lot of them work for a lot of different people. But what people don't always realize is what happens a year from now, or 2 years from now, or you get the at least from what I've seen, you get the immediate results that you really, really want, but then what's it doing to you in the long run?
Yeah,
and will you be able to sustain whatever you accomplish?
Right, and that's true if you stay on the same diet. So one thing I try to do, which can be very confusing for people, is to maybe teach you 5 different diets, and maybe on Monday we're going to have a lot of fruit. Okay, you had a lot of fruit on Monday, let's do less fruit on Tuesday. So that's one thing I've been doing myself for the last year, or maybe I did lots of fruit yesterday, like low protein, so today is going to be different. And then the next day is going to be different. Okay, I had steak and I had eggs. Maybe let's not do animal food the next day. Let's do lower. And then you always can come back to a homeostasis. And I'll do that with workouts. Oh, we did a crazy leg day workout Saturday. You're going to chill for the next 3 days. So you're always getting back to that balance, because one's high, one's low. And then you come back in the middle. So it's all about balance. And that's Chinese medicine, that's Ayurveda, is finding your balance.
Which is huge in all areas of life.
Yeah.
Well, now, okay, so if someone watching this said, okay, I want to talk to Jen about nutrition,
right?
How would they contact you?
Email, text, Facebook message.
Email being what?
Email, we'll put it at the bottom, we'll send it, but it's very long. It's jfeldy.be.healthy@gmail.com. So that's a mouthful.
And we will put that on the bottom. I just wanted you to say it.
it's so long. It's a nightmare talking to anyone on the phone trying to give it. It's just what? JF as in, I won't say it now. But I'm inappropriate. I'm telemarketers and people call it. Yeah. D as in.
So, but they can send you an email.
Yeah,
say, this is what I want to do.
Email, text,
help
Facebook
me.
message. Please help me. This is what I'm trying to do. I send you my forms and I analyze. So once I send you those forms, you fill them out. I know if I can help you or if I should refer out. And if I don't think I can help you, I'm not going to waste your time. And I see. But I actually haven't had anyone come to me and I said, no thanks, I can't. But I did not solve multiple sclerosis. That's one thing that I had someone come to me for. We didn't go in thinking we were going to, but we helped with a lot of symptoms.
Well, that's a big thing.
But, it's frustrating to me when I can't solve everything. I'm a fixer. Like they say men are fixers. I'm more like that. If you come to me and I can't fix it, like death, I don't know what to say. I don't know, I can't fix that.
Yeah,
so
you can't, no.
But yeah, they email me, they fill out my forms, I analyze, boop, 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 see what needs to be added, see what needs to be deleted. And the focus is your moods, immunity, energy, and aesthetics. So those are really big umbrella topics that we address. And it started just with weight loss, but it's not.
Yeah, you just keep.
It's more like upgrading the human form. That's the way I see it. Like, how can we upgrade your cells? How can we upgrade your brain to function better? How can we upgrade the quality of your blood and your circulation to get those nutrients to the brain? How can we do this? Because if you're tired in the morning, it's not about how many calories you ate. It's what's happening on a cellular level. And your cells aren't going to function too well if you're having bad quality fats and food coloring, all these different factors to look for.
Wow.
So it's cells. I picture your cells. What's going to make your cells happy? That's really what I picture when I meet someone. And I can pick up on it a lot of times.
Very cool.
I can feel, you know what? They probably haven't had a lot of raw food because I feel them a little subdued. Like I had almost nothing to eat today. So That's kind of silly before talking, but I'm a little bit subdued and a little.
All right, you're subdued. I want to see you hyper.
Yeah,
then,
right?
Because, okay, wow. We're going to take a break because then I want to come back and talk about some other things that you do.
Cool.
All right.
Anything.
And I'm back with Elyse Feldy. And Jen, I wanted to talk about some of your performing that you do. You're an actress. You're also a writer and producer?
Yeah. I produce shows on Mondays at Strong Island, and I've co-produced a few movies and films. And the acting gigs, we wrapped the most recent movie was Bloody Nun 2, which will be out in October. And Monday there's a film premiere for Dragon, where I play a small part. Bloody Nun 2, you'll see a lot of me.
Really?
Dragon, I get held hostage, and I'm an interviewer. So that's Monday. Yeah. So a lot of acting things, that's part of my health plan. That's why I like to act also. It's creative, it's expressive, it's fun, it's interesting. And also, if people know me, then I can share my health plan. So that's kind of the method to the madness.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
it's all about the health
interesting.
plan, really. Yeah, it's not really like I'm trying to be a famous actress, and if I get known, now I can share these techniques which have helped people and saved some lives. So
Wow. Now, how do you find roles?
all different. All different. The casting sites, people that I've met, collaborating, like Sarah Martin, we collaborated on a Facebook Live interactive show. So we did one show together where I had an earpiece, and then the producers would get the feedback from the audience who were on Facebook Live and tell me what to do in the earpiece, and I would do different things on camera, and that was with Sarah Martin. So we had met like that, improvising basically.
Interesting.
And then she, actually no, I had applied to her movie and I said, hello, I know you, and I got the role. So that's one. All different, all different types of things. There's a woman that I held the door for. She held the door for me at a tennis place. I shot a tennis commercial in 2010, and she is a priest, minister. She does all this work in Africa, and she wants to do a Jesus gym. This is her idea, where I would train people in churches and she would give sermons. So that's one thing that's been thrown on the table for the last 3 years that maybe we'll do this year. And I met her from just holding the door on my way out shooting a commercial.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she followed my Facebook and I followed hers while I was in DC and she was in New York. And I guess I've been doing the right things on media because I'm still around. So.
Wow. Well, it's funny. A lot of times, just chance meetings are what bring you to something completely different and something so much larger than what you had in mind or something you never even thought of.
Definitely, 100%. If I never had to pull over to pee, I never would have discovered Washington Sports Club's Bethesda, and I never would have met Donald, who was talking about training, and I never probably would have been a trainer for 2.5 years because he said, you know more than me, you should work here. And I was thinking about training, and some woman had saw me training my boyfriend and said, I get a good feeling, can you train me? So I was training one woman. I said, I'm not certified, but I was thinking. So yeah, if I never pulled over to pee in Bethesda, I never would have trained for 2.5 years. And it's like chance encounters. My whole life is chance encounters for sure.
Wow, I have a lot of that too. But now
preparation.
Sure. Wow. Now I just want to make a joke about, always stop when you have to pee.
Right?
Because you never
know who you're going to meet. And one guy, I was talking about garlic and Ivorone, and this guy, Eddie, goes, you're going to smell like garlic if you get this. My dad and his girlfriend sent me out to get food. So I said, no, well, not if everyone eats garlic. And I'm rattling off all the benefits of garlic, which you have at home. If you have a cold or some type of infection, you can have a lot of garlic. You have like 6 cloves of garlic in a day. You can fix your infection. So I start telling him all these things. And he recommends a spiritual center. He's literally throwing business cards out at me. And now I'm friends with probably 200, 300 people because I was talking to a guy in the grocery store about garlic. Yeah. I met a boyfriend in Dr. Bewell. And he said, I'll have what she's having. He ordered the same green juice as me. And it's just like, talk to people at the grocery store. You'll meet a lot of friends.
Yes, but that's it. That is how life works. If you're open to people and you're open to wherever you are, then people will be attracted to you, or at least like people.
Yeah,
will be attracted to you.
I mean, to me, that's my truthism. You know, just live your life, be involved in what you're passionate about, what you're good at, what your life purpose is. It's not like people try to go on dating sites, and they do work for some people. I'm not knocking the dating sites or trying to meet friends, but instead of maybe going to bars and clubs and dating sites and trying to meet people, why don't you just embrace your skills and do things, and you'll meet people while you're doing things.
Yeah, that's what in the olden days, that's what they used to always say. Go do things that you enjoy, and that's how, you meet friends, you meet whatever, you might meet a partner. Whereas, in this world of dating websites, which I could never do, and they are wonderful for a lot of people.
Sure.
For me, no.
No, me either.
But I actually have just found out a good friend of mine who does not live in this state was actually matched on one of those dating sites with my ex-husband, who she knows, who they have nothing in common.
That's funny.
And she said, I don't know how this happened, but I mean, just
and
the
it was
way
one
they
of these, or they match you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because what they are completely different.
Maybe they're complementing each other's differences.
No,
Maybe that's the
no,
method to
no.
the madness.
I don't see how that's possible because the things he likes are just completely different.
Okay.
Even based on what his profile says, because I've seen it now. To what she, I'm sure, has said, and the way she lives her life. There's absolutely no reason that they should be matched, and yet clearly they filled out whatever the things are that you have to fill out.
Like they both eat meat, and that's how they got matched.
Maybe.
They're like, oh, you know what? They can both get a steak together. Great, fine. I mean, who runs these matching things? Who's doing the algorithms?
The thing. But you hope that there's something to it because so many people buy into it. Right. But I guess I just said the main key, didn't I? So many people buy into it.
I mean, it works. My uncle, I think, has met 5, 6, 7 girlfriends named Leslie, and it's worked for him. So, okay. Sure. I don't know. All my boyfriends are chance. I feel like chance meetings. I don't think I ever tried to meet anyone ever.
No, I agree with you on that. Well, my friends too, like some of my closest friends, my producer and special correspondent Charlie, who put us together. We met by chance, and the second we met, boom, we became fast friends.
You're
and
both
that was
somewhere
it.
you wanted to go anyway.
Yeah,
you were at a convention. Yeah, and there you go.
And it was just by chance.
So, not that I should be preaching, even though I'm a reverend. Not that anyone should preach, because we all have so much to learn in life. But just get busy living your life, and you're gonna meet a lot of people who are probably meant for you to meet. Yeah, instead of staying home and inventing things to go meet people. Like, I don't know, I just can't do the networking thing.
No, it's funny because some people tell me I'm a networker. Right. I'm not.
You're a liver.
And I meet people and I know people, and so if I meet you and we strike up a conversation, oh my God, let's get in touch. Yeah. It's not, yes, I know people, but I don't go out with the purpose of knowing people. Right, exactly. And I think that's what you do. You just sort of purpose. You're open.
Yeah. I'm open, and I'm trying to do things that are meaningful and nourish my life and hopefully other people's lives at least 5 days a week. Or maybe summer, maybe 3 days a week or 2 days a week until September. Taking a month off to enjoy friends and family.
Oh, I like that.
In my garden. Yeah, I'm like literally farming right now.
That's right. You said you have a garden.
That's my priority. Yeah.
That's very neat.
I just want to be outside. I want to enjoy. How much damage could I do professionally in 5 weeks if I just hang out in the garden, hang out with friends?
It's true. But you also need to rejuvenate.
Yeah, I do.
So that's what you're doing. You're doing something you love, and with the earth, you're reconnecting as well. Yeah. I think.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel it.
And I'm saying that because I feel it, but I know that must be how you.
Yeah, it's a restart. It's like it's kind of like hugging my dog. It's like you ever hug an animal, and like at least for my dog, it reminds me of why I do everything I do. Or sometimes I'll get in the city and get caught up in just silly little details that would get upset me. And I hugged my dog and I said, this is what's important. And it's like, that's how I feel with my garden. This is what's important. My tomatoes, my lettuce, this is what's important. Not emailing or getting through 200 emails or something
Well,
technical.
Your garden is tangible.
Right.
It's something, and it has a value.
Yeah,
So
pure.
Yes.
It's like a pureness to it. It's nourishing. Yeah. I want to have some purity in my life.
Purity's good.
Yeah.
Purity's very good.
Yeah.
Now, what do you write about?
Health. Mostly my health book. That's
Okay.
my main thing.
That's right. You
comedy and health.
Oh, we forgot.
So there's
about...
a lot of different comedy sketches that are in my notes file that I will be acting on in September. And there's little comedy spiels like the food code. That's something me and Morgan, one of my comedy writers, wrote with. We wrote this whole thing about the food code. There's certain foods you shouldn't eat in public, like cucumbers or bananas. So we did a little sketch on that. The food code. You're breaking the food code. You can't eat a cucumber in public. What are you doing? There's certain ways you got to break off pieces. You can't be seen shoving a banana in your mouth in public. It breaks the food code. So like little comedy and health. It's what it's all about. Yeah.
I like and comedy is health.
To me, yeah.
So it's if you're laughing.
If you're not laughing, you're not living. That's what I feel. I just want to be in that laugh state of mind as much as I can. To me, that's a good place to be in.
Wow, you have amazing energy.
Oh,
I have to say, I'm sitting here like, but it's from the second we started talking, and we sat outside talking for quite some time. Also, after you just have it just comes out of you.
Good.
It's
and
I
off
think
today.
that's
I'm really off today. That's good.
Don't say
I
that.
felt guilty. Shh. Right? I'm putting it out to the universe.
That's right. No, be careful.
That's I felt bad. I was like, oh God, yeah.
No, but you do. You're genuine,
yeah.
and it translates. And anything you talk about, you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And it's very refreshing.
We get a lot of fakers because we have a lot of fakers out there just speaking, nilly-nally, was it? Making up words.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. I'm like, nilly-nally. They're just speaking nilly-nally, You know what I'm saying? Listen to me, I know so much. What? Nilly-nally. That's a new word.
We'll do it nilly-nally.
Yeah. Nilly-nilly.
And you're a little bit of a goofball.
Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of it. Especially after workout and caffeine, which neither have happened today. Oh. This is like Zen Gen right now. This is like
I like Zen Gen.
Thank you. My boyfriend said the same. He said he likes it the best. I said I think it's very boring, but okay.
No, it's pleasant. Okay. I was going to say calming, and calming might be a good word, but it's just you have a very pleasant energy coming out of you.
Good. I'm glad I'm not putting you to sleep.
I'm sorry, what?
Nilly-nally over here.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm being nilly-nally. So now, okay. You are so interesting and so... I thought I was all over the place.
Yeah,
oh, no.
All over the place, yeah.
But, again, everything ties in. Everything leads to something else, and that's you're organic in everything you do because of it.
Yeah, I think so. It becomes like free-flowing, this leads to that, and I know that now at almost 35, that it's all a piece of the pie, and I've embraced the fact that I think we're all multifaceted, and I am, so, maybe one day is filming, and then the next day is in the garden, the next day is training clients, the next day is nutrition, the next day is off with friends and family, the next day is comedy, so... people ask what you do, and to me, that's very complete.
Yes, but that's also because you are very balanced.
Yeah,
and not everyone is. And you figured that out.
It took a while. Yeah. I felt unbalanced before, sure. So, like, when that contrast, like, been in school, I spent many years in school. I call it school jail, or, like, in jobs, 12 hours a day. So... now that I don't have to be, it's like, let's make every day count. Let's make every moment worthwhile. And you are. Yeah. You make it count. Yeah, not everyone likes that, though. Some people want to go to dinner. Like, I have, like, a thing on dinner. Like, I'll do it sometimes. My thing is, like, if you can give me a TED Talk, I'll go to dinner with you. Because it's going to be worthwhile. But if you can't give me a TED Talk, I'm not. Except unless you're my 95-year-old grandma. Really? Because I just don't want to spend my time sitting, and just... I want to do things. I've been disabled before. I've had a bad back for 2 years, so it's like the only thing I could do was sit and eat. So it's like there's a little bit of a phobia or a feeling like I don't know when that's going to happen again. It might happen again. So I'm so happy to just be able to walk across the room, that I want to do all the things that require walking across the room, you know, and I'm like, I'll sit when I'm dead. I'll sit and eat dinner when I'm dead, you know, and we'll do that later.
You won't sit when you're dead. You'll be laying down.
Yeah. Right.
Well, no, it depends.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. What a pleasure. Really, what a pleasure to meet you. Glad to talk to you. And is there something else that we're forgetting to touch on that you would like people to know about you?
I do like the comedy. I do have a very serious side, which a lot of people don't see. There's a lot of sides that I feel like I don't show.
Which you don't necessarily have to.
It's
You
a
know,
little
some
bit of
things
a
we can
protective thing. But is there anything we haven't touched on? Is there anything I touched on? I just would like to encourage anyone watching just to be authentically yourself. This is something that not that I've learned, but I would say it's very clear now at almost 35. I decided around 2018, I moved into a house, my own house, and I said, okay, we're going to do things. And I'm going to do a lot of things, and I posted on Facebook, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes this year, because when you do, you're going to make mistakes. But I've also made a conscious decision to be more authentic than ever, and just blurt out almost anything. And this is after a job where I couldn't say a lot of things at the job, so that kind of brought that out. But I found after a few months of being almost radically honest, almost no filter, the responses are great, so it's encouraged it. But also I found that I think I'm attracting people that are more for me, and we complement each other, and people that are more specialized to like my needs and my interests. Because if you're not 100% yourself, which I generally have been, but if you're not, you're going to attract watered down people.
Correct.
But if you can just be yourself, and let's say, I was going to say if you're a racist, but it's a horrible example. Horrible.
Oh my God.
But if you're racist, well, if you want to attract more racists, go and be out about your racism. You know what I'm saying?
It is a good point.
If you hide you're not going to attract more racists. You're going to feel quite alone.
It is a bit off-putting, but it was an excellent example.
I'm just trying to give you examples so you can understand what I'm saying.
But it's true. You know, if you want to be
being
a gardener,
honest,
you'll get gardeners. Or if you want to be a jerk, you'll find jerks.
And if you are you and you throw it all out there, you're going to have a lot of people around you who love who you are, you know, uncensored.
And they'll be good for you as well.
Yeah, it feels good to have real people around you like me, and without being fake or any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would just say be yourself. You're looking for friends, you're looking for lovers, just be yourself. Be yourself. And you, be a little less of yourself. Be yourself, but not like that. not like that.
Now, again, and we will put it down there, but if people want to get in touch with you, where do they go?
thelifewithjenergy.com, Elyse Feldy, Facebook, Elyse, Instagram, The Life with Jenergy, also Instagram, email jfeldy.be.healthy@gmail.com. And if you have questions about health or have more energy, get your mood better, lose weight, gain weight, add muscle, add makeover, butt makeover, skin problems, insomnia, libido problems.
Want to get married.
Or want to get married, then you come to me, and I'll tell you not to. I'm just kidding. I'll say, go away. Just kidding.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Elyse Feldy.